Dearest reader, welcome to Green and Garb's romantic romp through the land of Bridgerton. Not sponsored. This story will be full of scandalous secrets, naughty nobles, and lucrative love matches. Clutch your pearls because the salacious social season of the wealthy Ton is about to begin. Yours in ardor, Lady Whisperfield. Hello again, wealthy members of the Ton. You find yourself with a little bit of time has passed. The last time we were all together was for our summer ball, and now it finds ourselves in the autumn season. The leaves have changed colors, and perhaps some affections have changed as well. You find yourselves at the Oddington Autumn Ball, and you received this invitation a couple of weeks ago, and it read as follows. Dear esteemed guests, you are cordially invited to the Oddington Vineyards autumnal masquerade, where shadows dance and secrets whisper among the vines. Prepare for an evening of peculiar enchantment and refined spookiness that promises to linger like a ghostly echo. Yours in spectral anticipation, Lady Oddington. And you hear her voice as you read this invitation. As you are at this ball, you have recently also received in the mail the latest Lady Whisperfield. Now this one's pretty short, sweet, to the point. She says, "Dearest readers, oh how I have missed you. A lot happened at that summer ball. In case you forgot, let me remind you. We did see finally back from war our favorite Admiral, Storm. Oh, isn't he handsome? But there was some trouble on the high seas between he and his maybe ex-fiancé now. I did see that perhaps Lord Trenning and Lord Weston were seen in a very close, quiet conversation amidst the rainy skies by themselves on the footpath leading to the dancing greenhouse." You heard it here first. And did we forget that our favorite diamond of the season shines so brightly? But does she do it on her own? Or does she get a little help like her horses do? You didn't hear it from here, but I am glad to hear that the Duchess Montclair and the other Duchess Montclair have been spending time together and are the greatest of friends. Well, that may be all for now, but I may have to talk to the Baroness Bunbury to hear some more. She might start hearing things first. She spends so much time in the kitchen and among the poor. Yours most ardently, Lady Whisperfield. And you've read that letter and have gone into this ball knowing. So, beneath a canopy of crimson leaves, the Duchess Oddington's private vineyard transforms into an ethereal masquerade. Tables are adorned with glistening grapes and golden candlesticks lined with rows of vines, their tendrils intertwined with ivy and roses. Lanterns hang from the ancient oak trees, casting a warm, inviting glow. The guests, their faces are veiled in ornate masks. They drift like spirits through the mist-kissed air, their laughter a haunting melody. The scent of harvested grapes mingles with the heady fragrance of exotic blooms, enveloping the vineyard in a tapestry of sensory delights that dance between maybe the mortal and the magical. Lady Oddington is the head of the eccentric Oddington noble family, known for their whimsical charm and love for the unusual. Lady Seraphina Oddington stands like a vision at the head of the ballroom of whimsical eccentricity. She has raven dark curls that cascade around her face like tendrils of a knight, and her eyes are very wide with curiosity, and they gleam
piercing and blue?
Yes, piercing blue twin orbs in her head. She is draped with a gown of deep emerald velvet and adorned with a necklace of these curious charms, and exudes this air of very friendly yet a little offness. And her laughter is very funny to most of the people in the ton. Now, as she kind of greets all the guests as they're already dancing about the room, she says, as she kind of goes around, she has this twinkle in her blue eyes, and she's, "Oh, my esteemed guests, you step into a realm of enchantment. Together let us sway through the veiled mysteries of autumn, plucking memories ripe as the finest grapes, their essence destined to intoxicate our senses long after this moonlight soiree." And as she kind of chuckles off, her emerald velvet gown draping behind her, you do see the Lord Oddington is just kind of like a very quiet man sitting in the corner. He says, "If you would like, my fine wife has set up a ghostly treasure hunt. An enchanted seance in the salon. A midnight cemetery stroll. An ethereal poetry exhibition. And over he does not look great. And at the very back, he looks a little ghoulish. And at the very back, there are some witches' cauldron confections, lovingly made by my eldest son and his beautiful wife." And you do see in the back that the young, still in their mid-20s, the Lord and Lady Oddington, have made this kind of table laden with bewitching treats. So like blood red candied apples and a lot of curious confections and kind of that assortment of delights on that back table. So the two of them are back there. That's kind of what this family also does. They make their money making sweets. They have a lot of patisseries around kind of this area and north of here. So, everybody's in their masks, and you are welcome to kind of see the adventures that Lord Oddington has prepared for you. The Lady Oddington is kind of flitting around, and her son and her daughter-in-law are at the back with the pastries. So I pass it on to my Ton members.
And that's, you see, when I commanded the great vessel, the Leviathan, to flank the enemy, and that's how we won that battle.
Lords and ladies, you see.
And the Lord Oddington, "Bravo!
Thank you.
Regale us again!"
No, that's enough, I think. One story of war is enough. Lady Sterling.
That's me.
Excuse me.
Admiral?
Autograph sign.
All right. People kind of like walk away with their paper and pen.
Lady Sterling. Have we met before?
We've always seen each other at events because we're friends.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I know your friend, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't met since you got back.
That's right. How are you? How are things?
Oh, loud.
I saw you with the Duchess.
Oh, yes.
That's your bride-to-be?
Well, if my parents were to have their way, certainly.
I see. Well, you can forge your own destiny.
That's very motivational. Thank you.
I had many troops to motivate. Now, I do understand that there was some, speaking of Oddington, with...
You hear her laugh like in the
Wow, that's actually somewhat creepy. But with the Duchess's late husband...
What about it?
your face.
Something you seemed keen to explore.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, the unseemly rumors of your own betrothed published in the same papers as the rumors about the Duchess.
Precisely. And I think I know how to solve this. Now, I don't believe in the supernatural.
Good start.
However, I do believe in destiny. So if you would care to join me to the seance, perhaps we can talk with those who have come before, or those who are no longer around. Dead, perhaps dead men talk, is all I'm saying. You know, one time...
I don't believe in ghosts, but I'm not saying it was
this
ghosts.
This is the only reason I bring this up. In the third battle on the West Sea, I was stabbed 3 times. Once in the shoulder, once in the chest, and
Not
once...
in the mouth.
A leader must talk, Lady Sterling. Give me a moment, please. Yeah. And the last time, my upper thigh. Now, I survived, but I lost a tremendous amount of blood, and I hallucinated. I think. And that's when I went to bed. I talked with, I think, was my great grandmother.
Lady Amaranth, may I have the stance?
Anyway, long story short, in the seance, perhaps you get some answers.
Oh, well, the whole Trinity.
If you join me.
I'm a woman of science.
Perhaps I'll go alone now.
My ears perk up.
But you will have to tell me what tales you find out there.
I will.
May I have the stance?
Oh, Lord Trinning. You may. I take your hand.
Oh, it's the diamond of the season. Oh, she stays with Lord Trevor. Oh my god, is that the diamond?
Is Lady Sterling in eyeshot?
Yeah, they're not too far away.
I kind of take Lord
Conversation's
Trinning's
gonna
hand
happen
and I look over at Lady Sterling and then I go back.
What's happening?
So, this is a rather lovely soiree, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I would. I love the various fantastical accoutrements.
Yes, they are certainly into oddities, the Oddingtons.
Oh, I don't consider these oddities. I think they're fascinating.
Yes.
Much more exciting than my home.
Yes, I found the stuffed rat curled around the chalice inside. Quite fascinating.
Yes, it was.
Yes. So, you being the diamond of the season at all, how do you feel keen on a love match yet?
Oh, there's just so many.
Yes.
How could I possibly choose?
Well, you could not choose my fiancée if you would be so kind.
Well, the fact that you assumed I was even trying to do so in the first place is quite offensive.
The
Lord
only offensive
Trinning.
thing was the way you traipsed around the dance room floor with a man who is, well, to be betrothed.
Well, I find it disappointing that you have a lack of fun and enjoyment, merriment in your heart.
And I find it obscene that you should... Oh, damn it! I sort of rush away, just like
And
flustered.
basically a whole gaggle of people are waiting to dance with you. Pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me.
Is it possible I overheard that on my way? Because you said they were by...
Yes, you're nearby. Let me, yeah, can you do, insight? No, perception?
Yeah, you perception?
Yeah, let's do perception. You heard nothing.
Can't hear through these masks.
Wait, could I have heard that? If we were together talking, could I have heard
Yeah,
that?
you're welcome to roll.
Come on, Lady Sterling. Betray my trust in the seance.
I'll go. I just thought that she would take his side.
I've already made my way out.
Okay. Sorry.
Great. I'm saying you're making your way to the seance?
Yeah, because I didn't hear anything. So.
Okay, great. All right.
I'd like to, if I can, I'd like to try to sneak away from the horde, the gaggle of onlookers.
Ooh, they're right in front of you, so roll a disadvantage.
Use invisibility.
Use invisibility.
well, that's not happening.
Bridgerton D&D.
You are right. I mean, you have a whole swarm of people right in front of you. So kind of at the very front of this group, this person who's been very kind of in your face.
The piercing blue eyes.
The piercing
With piercing blue eyes.
Piercing blue eyes.
is for context, when I was like creating this, I was like Googling, and then every character of this era, like in books and literature and all this stuff, it was like, and they have piercing blue eyes.
That Care Bear stare.
So as you're kind of there, the very first person who is kind of right there in front of you is Miss Ravenswood. And she is a very beautiful, I'd say she's about in her like early 30s, has like kind of jet black hair and piercing blue eyes. So she's kind of right in front of you. And she goes, hello again.
Hello, lady. Is it Ravenswood?
Ravenswood.
Ravenswood. It's been not that long since I saw you last.
And she's very tall too. Yes, so she stands above you, very beautiful. And she goes, can I ask you something?
You may.
And she kind of says,
Freer. Oh, please.
and she kind of takes you there, over to the side of the kind of the ballroom. So, and she kind of listens. I'll make sure nobody. I wanted to say that it's not embarrassing him. My brother thinks you're very pretty.
Oh.
And he's right. And she kind of looks over her shoulder, and she kind of finds, I haven't seen him before. And what you see too is also a very beautiful man. Also at this, probably a little bit older, so about mid-30s. Has really lovely dark hair, very tall as well. And has the same piercing blue eyes as
Would you say tall, dark, and
Yeah,
handsome?
tall, dark, and handsome. And he is, he's kind of standing with like a group of, it looks like maybe his friends. They're kind of picking away at like some of the treats, like the candy apples. He has like a little small cookie in his hand. And at the point, he kind of probably senses it. He kind of looks over it at you. And he drops the cookie. He goes, oh! And then he picks it up. See what I mean?
I hope it doesn't eat that off the floor.
Oh, he probably will.
Is he? Is he eating it off of the floor?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh. Well.
I think you and I could be good friends.
Oh. Well, you know, maybe more.
Oh!
At least that's why I thought you were bringing me over here, but you see, I was mistaken.
Oh, is my brother looking?
Is he?
Roll. So at this point, the brother has turned away.
Okay.
If you would like to explore the vineyards with me, perhaps we can find something peculiar or extraordinary amongst pathways.
I very lightly touch, just like gently touch your hand. Or perhaps we could take a walk through the cemetery.
I might be a little afraid.
Don't worry, I can keep you safe. I'm quite brave.
Oh, brave soul. All right. And then she kind of turns over her shoulder, and she does have a lady in waiting who's going to be walking kind of far back behind her. She is, she's a lady, so she would be lower ranked, but she has, what is it, follower? No, what is a...
Subscribers.
Subscribe. She has a...
Subscribe.
Anyway, she'll have a chaperone. Chaperone, thank you. She does have a chaperone. And so, but she kind of does it, like, she kind of pushes you along hurriedly, so her brother doesn't see her.
Okay, I go.
So you can kind of make your way over to the cemetery walk that's well lit. All right, so let's make our way over to our Baroness. Where are you at?
I'm so excited about this ball. It is my favorite time of the season.
Nice.
And this ball is the best because the walls come alive. The shadows seem to talk, and you can hide in the darkness.
Excellent.
So I'm kind of walking around and, hiding in a little corner or behind this or that, sort of seeing what's going on.
Can you roll for stealth for me? See if you're hiding. How well you hide.
18.
Okay. As you're hiding, you're kind of walking through. You do trip over something, and you hear a oh.
Great. I try to brush that off, but then as I was sort of making my way to my next spot, I look around and start noticing more of the people and like if they interest me, not necessarily if they're doing something that interests me. So I'm curious about who made that noise.
Okay.
But I think I might be more curious about the other
people there.
eligible folks
Okay.
who might be around.
You do see in terms of people who are dancing in kind of waltz, you see Mr. Percival Sterling, who is a cousin of Lady Sterling, is dancing, and he is it. What?
I don't know this guy.
You know,
He has sterling blue eyes.
he has sterling blue eyes. He is dancing, so he comes from a good family as well. You see Captain Augustus Blackwood as well, who is somebody. Yeah, I was somebody who the admiral fought with as well. He has a very deep, booming voice. You also see Miss Ophelia Thistlewood, and she has on like a very beautiful orange dress as well. And you also.
Could I interject?
Yeah, absolutely.
And at that moment, I sort of, it's fine, don't worry about it. I have, sort of rushed off of the dance floor, and I find myself bumping into Baroness Beatrice Bunbury. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, why, hello. Are you all right?
I...
No is an okay answer.
No. No, I'm not.
Oh, dear.
It's just all been rather terrible, really.
Would you like to tell me more about
Yes,
your-
I
Okay.
would.
Before you continue, I'm just gonna grab these drinks for us.
Oh, thank you.
Should have gotten more. It's okay.
This is not how this was supposed to go at all. Not at all. I've been waiting for him to return for 4 years. And then this rake spreads these horrid lies, slandering my name. I can't stand it. I simply can't stand it.
Well, those lies do spread like a plague or ants.
I prefer plague.
It's great.
Do you think there's any truth to what she says? I mean, I will say honestly, there may be some truth, at least to part of.
Well, of course not. It's all rubbish. Except for that thing about that dreadful woman who definitely killed her husband.
Oh yeah.
I've spoken with the police.
A+ to you.
I've spoken with the police captain, and the evidence is irrefutable.
Oh, absolutely.
I do not know how she is not behind bars.
Well, it helps have a pretty smile.
That's so good.
So they're just like crying.
Well, I will say I did see you with Lord Weston.
Yes.
The last ball. That was, if you don't mind me saying, quite curious.
Dragon. Curious? Why, we are fast friends. I've known him since
He is very fast.
boarding school.
Sounds like a really tight relationship.
Yes, I suppose so, but... No, I don't know what you mean. These rumors are hogwash!
Excuse me. And at this point, you've been standing in front of this like kind of curtained area that's kind of draped over these vineyards, and you see kind of peek out behind these curtains two big gray eyeballs. This person has very big bug eyes. And you do recognize this person as Lady Moonstone. At least that's what she's called. 'Cause of her eyeballs. First you trip on me, and then you're screaming right in my face. Can you please...
Well,
Why in the bloody hell are you hiding behind a curtain?
Lady Moonstone, I just assumed that you would be out chasing the moon. Out with the new moon.
Well, my favorite oak tree has a couple fornicating under it. She closes the curtain.
Oh, how dare they?
Scandalous.
It's a great idea.
And you know that this woman is a little bit. She is Lady Oddington's best friend.
Well, I'm sorry for troubling you, but
Well, sorry for troubling you.
I'm sorry for... I do apologize for troubling you.
Cheater.
No accusations to be made here. I was just curious since
The Admiral deserves better.
we were drinking champagne together and then it was a very important conversation.
Yes, well, I will say this. I am going to find the source behind these lies, these
You'll never find her.
these deceits, these plagiaristic fantasies.
Under the watchful gaze of the moon.
Well, frankly, you don't necessarily need to find the person behind them. You need to change the story.
Yes,
You need to put out your own information.
That's nice.
perhaps. That gives me an idea. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wasn't talking to you. Go back to your curtain.
This lady is just standing behind this curtain staring at the moon. She is just probably intoxicated at this point.
I will come see you another day to ask about what epiphany you had.
Indeed. You need only wait until later this evening.
Oh, fantastic.
Baroness, it has been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Scene switch to tree.
Great. Oh my god.
I think
Lord Weston, where are you?
I would love to know.
This is your turn.
I think it means scene switch to tree.
The Lady Oddington does come straight up to you. Lord Weston, thank you for being here.
Have you tried my sons?
Candied apples. They ought to die for.
You know, I can't say I have.
Well, just hurry along, try it. And she just leaves. Conversation's over with this woman.
I'll just Montclair apples.
I go in search of candied apples. Find me a sweet treat.
As you make your way over kind of the back of the ballroom, you do see, and they kind of just, they're very quiet, the Lord and Lady Oddington, her children, kind of just like nod to you quietly as they kind of are replenishing, typically work that the servants would do, but they take a lot of pride in their desserts. And you see kind of an array of candied apples, truffles in the shape of spiders or eyeballs. You see kind of some like peppermint bark too, some peanut butter brittle in the shape of leaves. So there's a wide array of things that you can take a bite at.
I peruse and meander the table, occasionally glancing behind my shoulder to see who I might engage in conversation with.
Okay. So
For what it's worth, I think perhaps Lady Sterling is over plucking some garnishes off the table and pocketing them.
roll for sleight of hand. Roll for sleight of hand.
This is fancy stuff. That's a 14 plus 7.
You rogue.
The Lord Oddington, the son, he kind of looks at you. He goes, Curious. What? Well, what are you going to make with it?
This and that.
And his wife goes, oh no, we've heard about you. We make treats and you make, elixirs?
And I'm in the background behind Westham.
Where'd she go? So did you leave?
I didn't want to cut in, but I am over there.
Oh, okay. No, they're talking to you.
Great.
Oh, I meant, as in, who is it that possibly could be seen over at the table when he's looking? She's an option.
Oh!
So maybe I placed myself there.
Oh, no, but I was saying the Oddingtons saw you take the garnishes.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
The husband and wife that are
All
there. That's who's asking.
Yes.
So are you going to make something with it? You don't have to take it. You can we'll give it to you. And Lord Oddington II gives you kind of a bag of the garnishes.
Oh, you don't need to do that. No.
Please.
I wouldn't even
Oddingtons
know
are
what to
very
do with it.
nice.
I was just going to eat them.
Well, yeah. For you.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
I put the bag of garnishes in like a pot or something.
No, you're handmade.
Sure,
lady
yeah.
made.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, I'll take that.
Okay,
And
great.
she kind of pockets it for you. That's all the bags of garnishes I have.
Great. I'm not used to talking about them.
Alright. Well, sweetheart, and the two couple kind of just like, they're like, let's go get some more powdered sugar, and then they kind of make their way to the kitchen because they sense they need to leave. So at this point, kind of around this pastry table, are you grabbing any food?
I inch my way towards. Is it Lady Sterling? Is it? Yes, Lady Sterling. And still looking down at the pastries and the candied apples and the lack of garnishes. I lean in close without making eye contact, and I say, I don't see anything here I fancy. Do you?
No.
I wish there were alternative options.
Yeah, you must be pretty tired from writing your names on all the other cards here.
Here you go.
No blood on my bloody candy apples.
I chuckle, unfazed by this. Fair enough.
So tiresome.
Tell me, what is it that you look for?
I mean, I'm fond of a pastry.
Any particular
Can't-
flavor or...
Fond of pastry. Mild.
As opposed to a spicy paste.
Classic, traditional, perhaps.
Yeah, without a lot of sort of fuss about it, preferably.
Boring, essentially.
Yes, actually. It's preferable to some flavors.
Well, I dare say we've run out of conversation. Do enjoy your evening. I about face.
Wait. No, this is so important.
I halt.
Oh my god.
I about face.
Wait for what you say.
But perhaps, if there were other flavors to be tried, they would be found at the seance later.
Flavors you are familiar with?
I don't know where this is going.
Go see some dead people.
Maybe that's boring for somebody.
Oh, the dead.
Perhaps I will be at the seance later. I nod. I walk away.
Great.
Good.
That's all we wanted.
That's great.
Lady Sterling, as you're standing here, as you kind of watch Lord Weston walk away, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
Auto bow.
And
That's the D&D kicking.
as you turn around, you do see, she had been out on the dance floor earlier, but Miss Ophelia Thistlewood, and she has kind of in her hand a tiny plate with a singular shortbread cookie with no design and no sugar. I did overhear your conversation. This is the most boring thing I could find.
Oh, so sweet.
Very straightforward. Whoa.
And so Miss Thistlewood is the eldest daughter of the Duke and Duchess of Thistlewood, and they are kind of a very nice family in terms of there's never been any bad gossip with them. What they really have are like acres and acres of land.
Land.
That land. Land.
Basic land.
Just basic lands.
Rocks. Lots of rocks.
Tasteless wheat. It's for agriculture. So she has her hand still outstretched with this very boring
They've never tried
tea biscuit.
Very straightforward, thank you. And I'll take this plain biscuit. How are you finding the fall ball?
That rhymed.
It did.
It did. Well, I like this time of year when the dormant seeds come to life. The wheat grows and flowers die off, and you have very pretty hair.
I coached it myself.
That's nice. And then she kind of reaches into her bag and she pulls out kind of this jar of kind of this sort of brownish cream. Here.
Yes.
It's for your
There
hair.
it is. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you make this?
Yes.
Okay. Well, in this carnival of society, I appreciate in this moment your sort of unwavering equanimity, your predictable disposition.
Just another NPC.
Quite refreshing, I must say.
Likewise. I'm gonna go see what the vineyards look like. Goodbye.
Okay.
And she just kind of turns around. She has kind of rich brown hair that kind of sways behind her as she goes walks away.
Awesome. No drama.
Yep. Just wanted to give you a cookie.
Okay.
And some pomade.
She just carries with her.
Yeah.
From the land.
Forward to the vineyard. The dead speak.
So let's cut to at this point the seance is about to begin. As in the salon, that has like this kind of big, very like ornate, beautiful pianoforte in the middle of the room, very plush, golden and black couches kind of surround it. And then on a big kind of massive mahogany table in the middle are kind of an array of candles and leaves from the vineyard, fresh grapes too that are kind of set up. Kind of sitting right in front of this table is, oh goodness gracious, Lord Montague Nightshade. And so he is roughly, let's say, in his mid to late 20s. Has very lovely coiffed hair, and he stands kind of just very stoically.
But his eyes.
Do tell.
He doesn't have any! He gave them to the dead. And he stands kind of solemnly, and his piercing blue eyes kind of scan the room for all those who are sitting.
Lean over.
So are you sitting on one of the couches?
Of course.
Okay.
Duchess Montclair, is that you? Are you here to pay respects to your husband?
Yes.
Quite noble and gracious of you.
I am very
interested to see if they could reach my late husband. It would be very nice to quell these rumors, these nasty rumors.
Agreed. I'm trying to do the same thing.
That is very noble of you.
Oh, thank you. I try to live on the straight and narrow. So
That is very interesting. Tell me that on the straight and narrow, living as you did as a soldier and having to, a rear admiral.
It took me a long time to get to that position.
Living on the straight and narrow.
Emphasis on straight.
It must have been very difficult then, having to do all of those terrible things in the war, right?
It is difficult, and I lost many a brother and sister.
I'm so bad at me. Go stand. Okay.
I lost all people in the
Well, good morning, everybody. Such a long conversation.
I'm so embarrassed. So terrible, DJ. So better.
You're amazing.
Anyway, yes.
That's better.
It was quite difficult. I attended many a funeral, often at sea and at home.
And cost some.
Ooh.
Yes, it is true.
I imagine that's difficult and takes toll on the mind, right?
Every time, yes. You never forget. But
Does that shape you?
it does. Changes one deeply. I remember all my fallen comrades, all the funerals I went to. But it now makes me who I am.
And who are you? Does it make you angrier? Does it make you happier? Does it make you strive to be a better person now? Going to all those funerals, causing funerals?
I have, yes, but if you look at it that way, then the whole world is just irony. I take pride in that I am a soldier for the Queen, for the Queendom. And if I take lives, it is to save others and to safeguard everything we hold dear. And if I don't do it, somebody else will.
And at this point, I'm going to walk into the room and sit directly next to Lucius.
Lord Trenning.
Admiral Storm.
Your fiance was going to do a very noble thing and volunteer to see if the seance could contact my husband, my ex-husband, my dear dead husband. My dear dead
We parted amicably.
we parted amicably, and I'm so sad it's gone.
Yes, that you definitely didn't murder.
And I definitely did.
Definitely didn't.
No.
Definitely not.
Well,
Yes.
it all remains to be seen.
Esteemed members of the Ton! And so you see in front of this table that Lord Montague Nightshade, who is going to conduct tonight's seance, as you all gather around, he has set up on the table different candles in a straight line, and kind of interwoven through that are grapes and vines from the vineyard and some leaves as well, of browns and reds and oranges.
Do you mind if I slide into a seat in the back at the last moment?
Yes, it...
Fully noticed.
Yeah,
everyone goes.
Just
you hear
looking
it.
at you.
that we're all here. And you all recognize Lord Nightshade. He's kind of a local celebrity, has been in a lot of theatrical productions. A very tall man, well-built, piercing blue eyes and dark hair. And he's
Oh, it's such a relief.
was beginning to worry.
Brown eyes.
Well, because he has no eyeballs.
He has like colored contacts, so it's kind of like.
Huh, I've never met anyone like that.
So he stands there and he says, "Thank you all for joining me on this evening. Let us waltz through the shadows of autumn, for in their depths lies a world of haunting beauty, waiting to be discovered. Now, I need a volunteer."
On my honor, I will volunteer.
I will volunteer.
I believe one person volunteered first.
Thank you, Duchess.
Admiral,
Perhaps next time.
put out your hand.
Yes.
Upwards.
Upwards. I follow commands.
And he plucks a very rich grape from the table.
I see.
Eat it.
This will help the seance.
Yes.
Leave. It's from the east. I see. I've had similar grapes in Spain.
Ooh.
Yes. No, man! No! I've never been so scared in my life! I would say that's the second time this has happened to me in my life.
Sit down. We don't need you. I need a volunteer. You. Stand up.
You win.
You win.
You.
You win.
Yes, of course.
Stand up, and Lord Nightshade hands you a candle. Has an orange flame flickering on it. Hold that. Steady now. Now I need everyone to please repeat after me the sacred seance words for us to commune. And here we go.
Am I holding the candle correctly?
Where every riddle solved leads us closer to a treasure yet untold. And can I please everybody make a history roll?
17.
17.
Excellent.
13.
Okay.
Also 13.
Wow.
Weird.
So for my friends who have rolled that 17, because you have been around town as part of high society, that phrase, turn of phrase rings a bell. Perhaps you saw it in a very recent production of a new play in the name of Queen Violet recently. Yes. It is done! And in that moment, the flames shoot up. They start to flicker blue. Except yours. Lord Channing is flickering green. Now, hold the flame to those flames.
Like this?
Yes. What do you see? And in each of these candles, you start to see a letter appear. E.
E.
U.
U.
G.
G.
E.
E.
N.
N.
E. What does that spell?
Eugene. I knew it!
Eugene! Eugene.
He's dead?
He's dead?
No, wait, he's...
Yes! Under very suspicious
Why we're here?
Eugene is here among us.
Oh,
Eugene?
Duchess.
Eugene?
Guinevere. It is I. Your Lord Husband. And you see Lord Nightshade's face change a little bit. I am here to see you. Oh,
Wait.
we spent a glorious 24 hours together.
An amazing 24 hours!
And I came back to make sure my beautiful bride's name was not sullied.
Oh, Eugene.
Yes, all these naysayers They think you're a murderer.
And it isn't true.
And it isn't true.
Murder?
You see, it's not true.
My bride is no murderer. I fell off the balcony on my own accord.
I told you to move back from the balcony.
And I didn't. I'm a stupid fuck.
This is really believable.
You fell. And I fell. The greatest 24 hours of my life.
Certainly 24.
And the lights change back to the regular orange color.
Oh.
Truth has been revealed.
Wait, truth has been revealed.
How much did you pay him?
I thought you were on my side.
No treading. We just witnessed the Duchess speak with her late husband.
It was.
Of course.
Lord Montclair. Oh, he hit his head very hard when he fell.
Oh, yes, he did. I'm sorry.
But he seemed at peace.
I did. And it's true, I didn't kill him. And now you all know. Now you all know he was back to tell.
Yes, I see that.
Oh.
I had a vision. Lord Eugene was standing at the edge of a railing,
Yes.
waving. Good morning to his beloved bride. He was in the garden.
And he was looking at me from 3 stories up, and I said, back off. You're going to fall. and then he leaned over to get a better look at me, and he fell.
3 stories.
3 stories.
This is unbelievably specific, but proves your innocence.
Cracked his head up.
Like an egg.
My husband.
Duchess, you are very brave, and we walk with you in this sorrowful time.
Thank you.
Seance is over. Go in peace. And he leaves the room.
Lucius, I hope to see you at the reading later. That's all. I stand up and I walk out the room.
Duchess,
Yes,
it's true then, you're innocent.
it is. Yes, I did not kill him. And
Lady Sterling.
he's just like, oh.
That's why you're going.
And well,
Still not convinced. A woman of science.
Did you hear that? It's proven without a doubt that the Duchess.
for what it's worth, it's true. I did not kill him. He did. It was a terrible accident what happened a mere 24 hours after our marriage.
And
One whole day.
If this is true, then perhaps the other rumors and gossips are also untrue.
Yes, it's true. If this rumor about me is unfounded, and it wasn't, it's proven that it is unfounded lies. Your fiance, that rumor, it is unfounded lies. I've been proven innocent, so everyone categorically is innocent.
The ghost said.
Everyone forever. That man tell no tale.
That man was possessed by the ghost of my dead husband.
Ghost said rumors are no fun.
And he said that my rumor that was written about me was untrue, so all of the other rumors must be untrue.
That is what the ghost said.
That's what the ghost said.
And we all believe the ghost.
Yes.
I thank you.
Of course, that's
Thank you. Without you, we could have I would have never seen past this gossip. It's been clouding my mind.
Yes.
Thank you.
Of course.
I love you platonically. Thank you. I'm so glad you had a chance to talk to your husband. Now I must talk to mine. Well, my fiance.
Your fiance.
Yes. Oh,
Excellent. And let's cut to the library where the poetry reading is about to begin. Lord Trenning, as you kind of enter this room, you see this beautiful, massive library that has these beautiful slate, granite floors, has floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, 2 spiraling staircases that go all the way up. Between these staircases is a stage that has been set up, and in front of it, chairs and opulent couches of crushed velvet and soft silks. And sitting at the front chair is no one other than Queen Violet I. Surrounded by her entourage and her tiny little corgis.
Your Grace.
Lord Trenning, you like poetry as well?
Indeed, it is one of my many passions.
As is loving other people unfaithfully? Is that a passion?
No, Your Grace, no, it is not.
Are you lying to your queen?
I would never.
Get out of my sight. Oh, leave, Lord Trenning.
Oh, goodbye then.
Goodbye!
Goodbye. I scurry out of the room.
And she turns to one of her ladies' maids. And you see this lady maid go, scurry, 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 right to you, Lady Sterling.
My lady. The queen requests your presence immediately.
Of course. I will be there.
Now.
I will be there now. And I turn to... I was going to say, before we away, I would like to turn to Duchess Montclair here. I may not believe whatever all of that was the truth, but I believe... Divorce! But I was going to say, I believe you and your earnesty. I've quite enjoyed sort of working together and covering all of that, and I appreciated your display of candor.
I gotta go. He's like, keep the queen moving. Chop, chop. Excellent, excellent. So you make your way, walking through the corridor, you make your way over to the library as well. And seated in there, you see the queen who's just kind of petting her corgi next to her. Her ladies' maids are fanning him. Lady Sterling. Pleasure.
As always.
Yes. How is your season going?
I feel like you already know.
Are you engaged to the Duchess Montclair?
We've danced once or twice.
Seems as if you may be disappointing your parents.
Ouch.
And they are not the only ones who are disappointed with you at present.
Whatever.
Would you like to guess who else?
I've got one.
Who?
Corgi.
Brian? Brian is deceased.
Your Majesty, it's I have what you're expecting. It's just earlier than I expected.
Now, Lady Sterling.
Well, it's just that, as I had said before...
I don't care about your science!
With further examination, the belladonna, the tonics that I've been giving you, you shouldn't consume them
Do you see
such a rate.
These wrinkles on my face?
No.
The sagginess of the royal neck?
No, Your Majesty.
I do. In every portrait that's hanging up in my castle, all I see are these lines. And they must be fixed. You understand? I asked you for one thing, which is this cream. Hand it over.
May cause hallucinations, seizures, heart rate, uptake, gastrointestinal distress. I'm reading off the list, confusion, elevated heart rate.
Here,
Just in good conscience, Your Majesty, I would not want to.
She kind of corks it. Says it. Smells different. Lady Sterling.
The plants change with the seasons. That's.
I know about the seasons.
There's
I control them. Who's chosen by God?
wow.
Monarchy, everybody, monarchy.
Science doesn't hold a candle to you.
God himself plucked me out of my mother's
womb.
And she starts to, well, Brian will know if this is real or not. Brian? And she takes a read. And so Brian, her dog, knows about bombs. Brian, the bomb.
Yeah.
Boy.
Brian is the bomb boy.
Oh boy.
And he will sense it out if it is not up to the queen's standards.
Sure.
Brian, eat.
No, well, it's never meant to be ingested.
And Brian goes. And his eyes kind of go across. He goes, that. Gets it out of the way. Leo. Bark, bark. Lady Sterling. By the time we get to the Yuletide ball, I expect a whole crate of my anti-aging cream. Is that understood?
Understood.
You don't want your parents' heads disconnected from their bodies. Get out! Thank you, Brian. And the queen kind of sits there. She kind of, takes a moment to recompose herself. And we turn our attention over to our baroness, who has tried to kind of see her way around, perhaps, the seance to see what she could find.
Yeah, so I am, looking around corners, always there. If it's happening, you can assume that the Baroness already knows about it at this point. And I have seen that Lady Amaranth,
Amaranth.
Baroness can't speak for her.
Lady Abracadabra.
She's obviously being followed by all of her suitors, and it looks like it's draining her throughout the night. She sort of like darts behind a curtain in hopes that they won't see her, and of course they do. So I wanted to see if I could help her with that. So I approach her. Hello.
I snuck away from Lady Ravenswood. Basically said to her, I was using you to get away from all of the people, but thank you.
That's fine.
Let's
We can
be
be
friends. Yes, let's be friends.
Right, friends.
And then I escaped, and I've been hiding. And I found a room, not really very near the main ball area, just to kind of find some space, some quiet.
Yeah, the dancing has died down at this point. Most of the people are kind of moving their way into the library for the poetry readings. That's the end of the night.
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't made my way over there quite
yet. So you're pretty much alone. Where are you?
Are you well?
Oh. God.
So my apologies.
Baroness. Am I well? That's a good question now, isn't it? One that I don't think the answer is yes.
I figured certainly the Queen's Diamond would be well with the long line of suitors and attention.
Well, you see, that's the problem. It is quite a long line. I was quite enjoying being able to slip under the radar. You know, when I was posing as that jockey, I found a sort of peace in being able to pretend, being able to escape the pressures of this and that or whatever. But now that the Queen revealed my identity, I can't really do that. So, I don't know. I grew up sneaking around a lot and being able to listen in on things and get into trouble that I probably shouldn't have been getting into. But now everyone's eyes are on me and I can't get away.
It is a joy and a release of stress to become someone else for a little while. I've experienced that feeling.
Well, you have.
You might have read in the latest Whisperfield's papers that I have been seen among the streets of the regular town.
Ah, yes, I do recall.
I'm typically better at hiding my identity when I'm there, but I did slip up this past time, and that's where I was seen.
So there is some truth to that rumor.
There is some truth. I believe there is some truth to all of Whisperfield's.
Interesting.
So, I have a bit of a proposal for you.
Oh? Well, you're not down on one knee.
Not that kind of proposal, my dear.
I see.
You're quite beautiful, but I think we have the minds to do other things.
Like?
Well, I can get some information from the townsfolk and the servants and sort of figure out what's going on in the city. But I cannot get any information about the crown.
I see where you're going.
You now have a direct connection with the queen.
That I do.
And I'm not asking for every nugget of information, but just a few here and there.
Yes. Yes. I have a counter-proposal. You, at the Yuletide ball, will ask me for my hand. In doing so, we can get them off my trail, and we can continue with our little alliance.
May I counter-propose your proposal?
Oh, I love a counter-proposal.
I see that what you really seek is some peace. The ability to get away, the ability not to be the center of attention, more than you seek a match, at least at the moment.
I'd say that's fair. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting laid, but...
Sure.
It's neither here nor there.
You were quite good at being a jockey, but I would like to show you how to truly blend into the environment, how to truly become someone else, or many other people. For a short time, you no longer would have to be the diamond.
Well, I don't want to be an actor. We saw they're insufferable.
Absolutely.
So you're not speaking of an actor. What are you speaking of then?
Just a little bit of deception, I would say.
I do love some deception.
We could try it, maybe try our proposals, and see where that gets us. If we both like it, then we'll continue, and if we don't, we could always renegotiate.
It's not that I don't like this idea, I just wonder how I can get away from all of the people trying to chase me down for my, obviously, large amounts of wealth.
Well, you would no longer act as you. For this short time, you would become someone else and blend in with the townsfolk because you would be a townsfolk.
Those sound quite interesting.
You could seamlessly go back to being the diamond whenever you wish, but you would have an out.
Deal.
Thank you, my lady.
Very nice.
And you hear down the hallway, Amelia? Sister? Where are you? You hear Balthazar's voice in the distance.
These are the majority of the people that I'm trying to get rid of is my brothers.
They do sound like gorillas coming down the hallway.
Yes, they
Here,
do.
bum, 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 bum. All three of them show up. What are you doing here?
Can't
You do see Balthazar kind of at the head.
Can't you see I was busy having a discussion with the Baroness?
Ernest,
Hello?
the Queen is summoning everyone for the poetry reading. Come, sister.
Well, why didn't you say that? I'm going to listen to the Queen's summons.
Let's go!
I'm behind you. Go.
Behind you. And Balthazar kind of leads you guys towards the library.
We just give a look.
Very nice, very nice. And so at this point, you all have entered the library. Everybody has seated. It's very hushed. There's a fire roaring in the fireplace. The Queen is seated. Her dogs are kind of napping a little bit as they kind of grace around her feet. And it's a really beautiful kind of autumn night, sort of to get a little chilly as well. So the Queen sits at the forefront. She goes, well, it was a very successful autumnal ball. I am ready for words, love words. Words about me, my beauty, my doggies. Words! I want to hear them. Chop, chop, let's go.
If I may, Your Highness.
Stop stuttering, just get up there.
Yes, of course.
Spit it out.
I dream of only you. Sweet drops of morning dew. Clouds obscuring the horizon, your smile shining through. Should I seek shelter from the storm, your arms are all I need. But alone, I lie here waiting, desperate for your embrace. Your face slips into shadow. The longer you are away, your voice a fading memory. Myself, longing to obey. And I am left to dream of only you. Thank you.
Bravo, little setting.
I stand up. Ewan.
Admiral Storm.
No. I'm gonna walk up on the stage. Yeah. But Ewan. I'm sorry. I was wrong. At the seance, the Duchess, her innocence was proved, some would say. But whether ultimately that's true or not, and in doing so, would have dispelled the other rumors as also false. I learned that it matters not what the rumors say, the gossip says, because the truth, to reveal it, is revealed through your words, through your poetry, through your heart, through my soul. That's the truth. And the truth, Ewan, is that I love you. I've always loved you.
I love you too, Lucius. So very much.
Those 4 years were so difficult. I thought of you every night.
Endless.
Intolerable without you by my side.
Oh, my Lucius. And I just grab your face and I give you a big, big kiss.
I love you.
I love you too.
Bravo! My favorite Rear Admiral. Happy again.
I'm sorry, these 4 months. These months have also likewise been just torment.
Indeed.
I wanted to speak with you, I did, but one thing remains. One slander. I'm gonna address the whole room. One vile gossip. That someone here would taint my honor, our good name, our love, saying that Ewan was unfaithful, untrue, lies. Speak up! Whoever you are.
No one will reveal themselves before their queen. A liar amongst my ton. Disgraceful. How important is your honor for you, Admiral?
Of the highest, your honor, your grace. I would die for it as I would do for you, as I would do for Ewan and the queendom.
Would you
Yes,
die for it?
I would.
Lucius, no.
Oh, that being said, whoever here has spread this salacious rumor about my favorite admiral will step forward before the Yuletide ball to duel to the death against Lord Storm. Do not reveal yourself. Death will be inevitable. And that's what we're gonna call it.
Ewan.
Lucius!
Thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my amazing cast. Digital Castaway, my brother for creating Green and Garb, Morgan for all the art, everybody for being awesome, and Mom for food. If you liked what you watch, please subscribe, ring the notification bell. Let us know in the comment down below who you think spread this terrible rumor. Thank you to Becca and Drew for a lovely 2 cents as well.
Of course, leave in the comments if you think the Dutch is 100% innocent.
Innocent! All right.
She killed her husband! She killed him!
Yeah, the ghost says otherwise.
There was a whole seance.
All right.
All
We'll
right,
see you
thanks for
next
watching.
time.
Next time.